good shooting bullets. But if you're not going in for the follow-up kills, the melee, the close quarters combat, the CQC as it's known in the base in the end, then you're nobody to no man. And it's No Man's Sky, a game which I haven't played, but I've heard critically acclaimed. A lot of plaudits. I tell you, No Man's Sky, probably a great game, but not as good a game as what I've recently been playing, as well as the Fred Durst game. I tell you, I really recommend this to you guys if you've got a bit of time to yourself. Dig this one out of the fucking archives. Irish Castle Mysteries with fucking none other than Pat Kenny. Quality fucking RPG where you're in castles. You're in fucking Balik Castle. You're in Bunratty. You actually get a bit... He gets ratty, does Pat, in Bunratty. Because you're controlling them. And I'd gone around the same fucking rooms doing a fetch quest. And he started getting ratty with me. Like I was a bad guest on the radio with him. And speaks to you in that kind of inimitable Pat Kenny-esque way.
Yeah. Most people watching this have no idea of the people you're talking about, because it's fine detail about Limerick. You've made your point that you think it's very inaccurate. But what I'd really like to know is why you are so obsessed with an accurate description of the way things were of a time from before you were born.
It's a beautiful game. It's a real gorgeous game. And some of the work that went into it, actually made in Japan. They flew Pat out to fucking Tokyo and then put him on the bullet train to Osaka, where he did the recording out there as well. He's a big man for Japanese stuff. You know, Pat Kenny loves planes. Well, they put him on a fucking jumbo jet out there and paid for him to go into business class. And I heard he had a great sleep and a lovely lunch on the way to Japan, and woke up in Japan the next day, because it's the next day when you get there. But he said, although he had a great time and was well paid for the job, he didn't think much of just the general being in Japan, you know. And I didn't want to elaborate on it too much. I was talking to him, you see, a few weeks ago about it, because I had no idea that this game even existed. So I got in touch with Pat, and he said, yeah, it was a magical time in his life that he'll never get back again. And he's seen Japan, he's been there, he's bought the t-shirt. Literally, he bought a fucking t-shirt saying, I love Japan, in Japanese. So there's no point in wearing that back here, because no one's really going to understand it. Unless you understand kanji, which is what I assume is called the Japanese lettering, you know, if that's what Japanese is. But nevertheless, I digress. Let's move on. We're still doing well here. We're 51 minutes into this fucking playthrough of epic speedrun proportions. We're doing damage. We're dishing out a lot of fucking nasty business upon people who, let's just call a spade, they deserve it.